Oh boy, oh boy. Welcome to the Mr. Yee show. I know we haven't been on here for a while. I know that, we've been missing in action, but Mr. Yee is here. And I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in and giving me your time. And I'm bringing you this content and welcome back. I'm happy to be back in the Yee studio. I haven't been in the Yee studio for a while because it's just working nonstop. And then, just so much going on with the internet and social media and YouTube world and trying to, do so many things at one time. Sometimes you have to slow it down and really realize, but I had to get back in and, you know what I mean? Get back into the interview world and bring you guys that exclusive content. And today we got a nice interview today. But before we do the interview, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button and leave comments below. If you guys want to hear me interview somebody, if you want the Yee to interview you and you want your flowers, reach out to Mr. Yee, because I give everybody their flowers. And trust me, this show right here, the Yee show, this is what we do. We give people their flowers who are making it happen with junk removal. And junk removal, dumpster rentals, it's all part of the junk removal tree, the umbrella. And today we have a nice guest on today. And this guy, I met this guy last year at the Junk Expo. And he had a spark, and it was very, very nice. And I watched this guy on social media. I watched this guy, the way that his business is growing, and it's really, really organic. And I just decided to reach out to him and say, hey, I would love to give you your flowers. I would love to have you on the show and just talk about your junk removal business and talk about who you are and your situation and how you get down. And this guy was like, no problem. I'm honored. And I said, no, I'm honored that you reached back to me and what I mean, decided to say, hey, I can give you some of my time, because we all know time is valuable in junk removal, or in any business, even having a family. Time is very valuable. So this guy, he's getting down right here in the Bay Area. He does junk removal in the Bay Area. And you know what I mean? We all know, if you live in Northern California and you live right here in especially the Bay Area, it's not easy. But he's putting a dent in it. And you know what I mean? With that said, let's bring him on in. Make sure you guys, leave a comment below, but follow him. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's bring this guy on. You know what I mean? Let's bring him on. What's up? What's up, Francisco? You know what I
Hi,
mean?
Mr. Yee. Hi, Rudy.
Yes, yes. This is everyone. This is Francisco right here from Reset Advantage Hauling, and he's putting a dent in the game out here. And Francisco, let him know where you touch base and your business, and where you located at.
So, everybody knows where Oakland is. Oakland, California is out here in the Bay Area, East Bay, right in the middle. We've got a bridge straight to the big city, San Francisco. We've got a lot of cities down below us, up above us, and behind us out in the Walnut Creek area. And I service all those areas. And I usually get targeted by all the Oaklanders and Berkeley people. So definitely blessed to be in an area like the Bay Area. The weather's always nice. I have no downtime because of the winter. That don't happen here. Um, the only thing that happens is you just get wet, but you keep working. We do have some crime that we have to adjust and learn and grow. But you wise up fast, otherwise you don't belong in this city. Junk
Nice.
removal is amazing, amazing has been amazing for me, and it will continue to be like that in the future. It's just so many cool stuff to do with junk removal, and Mr. Yee is going all in on it, and I see that with the podcast, the social media. It's really cool.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you service a big county, Alameda County. Alameda County is not small. Alameda
No,
County is they got Alameda, you got Berkeley, you got Oakland, you
yes.
got is that Richmond? No, that Richmond is Richmond Alameda or
I
is
think it
Richmond
crosses into Contra Costa
okay?
once you get past a certain area north of
But you got
Berkeley.
El
Yeah,
Cerrito,
but I can go there.
you
Abel
got
Cerrito,
you
yeah,
got El
absolutely.
Cerrito, you got
Hayward
but you have some big
and
multi-million dollar
Fremont, yeah,
properties,
yeah.
especially in those Berkeley Hills.
Oh, absolutely. Even Oakland has the hills as well. Hmm.
Yeah, and for you to be doing business in that area, it's just it's a good thing, and I'm sure as we see, there's always people remodeling, there's always construction, and those landfills and transition centers down there, they're busy.
They
They
are,
are busy.
and I'm blessed to have options to go to many of them. Right there in Oakland by itself, we have about two, maybe even three, and then San Leandro has something. Berkeley has something. I don't even have to go to the landfills. It's mostly all transfer stations for me. So I'm pretty blessed with
Yeah,
a lot of options that there are there. And the cool
I
thing too is that I'm lucky I'm in a very industrial area. So metal, mattress recycling, cement recycling, brick recycling. I'm lucky. I can take things anywhere.
Yeah, you definitely have a place to get rid of it for absolutely free, and that's where a smart businessman comes in. Like I've preached so much in so many videos of my content. Find a home for everything, and if you
Yeah.
can get paid to drop it off, oh, you're winning. But I
Yes.
I, I totally forgot. You still got those southern parts of Alameda County, San
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
Yes.
Hayward, the
Yes.
Stack.
Castro
You can
Valley,
Castro Vat.
Fremont, Newark, Union City, and it goes even further inland to like Pleasanton, Dublin, San Ramon. I don't think Livermore is in it. Might be
Yeah,
wrong,
I think
but I still
Livermore.
go out that way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as long as where the money takes you, and
Yeah.
I met you, Francisco, at the Junk Expo last year, and
Yes, you're such a bright light.
thank you so much. And I remember meeting you, and I said, look at this is Francisco. He's kind of quiet. He's
Yeah,
observing a lot. He is
I am.
observing and watching a lot while we were there.
Yeah, I'm like a silent SpongeBob. SpongeBob is loud, but he's still a sponge absorbing things.
Yeah, you were just soaking it up. And how long you been doing the business for now?
This is my fourth year. I started what around the time that COVID started hitting and slowing down. I was doing something else before that. It was real estate, and I was struggling. I would have a good year and then zero the next year. It was like, and I was just pulling my hairs out. I was like, what am I gonna do? So I'm really glad that I got into junk removal, and I can tell you a little bit later how I found that this industry out. But
Yeah.
yeah, tell me more.
Yeah, so what you're doing is I see you on social media. I see how you're posting. I love your organic way of posting on social media. And I
Thank you.
think you're very welcome. I think you are absolutely doing what you've been taught to do, and
Yes,
you learned from the grandfather,
yes,
I don't want to put this woman as old, but grandfather and G mom of junk
yes,
removal. You are
yes,
from the Sonoma Strong class that you have went to, and how did that
yes.
help you?
Oh, a lot. Oh my gosh, can't say enough great things about Matt Vick and Jojo. I really love them. They've they're pretty much somewhere where I want to get to, hopefully in life. In the near coming future with not just how they run their business, but also how they deliver on a lot of platforms and how they, help transcend their joy to others and give opportunities to others. It's one big reason why I got glued to them and their way. Love the organic methods that they've built their company. I've build my company organic, have not delved into paying anything to Yelp or to Google or even yet to Facebook. It's just been all just keep posting for free on Facebook, keep posting on Google for free, and I've been getting lots of business because of it. I just my phone does not let me rest. It's
Mhm,
just like
mhm.
every week I've always been doing something. It just keeps me
Nice.
busy. And yeah, definitely.
So so
Uh,
so
can I touch upon something real quick?
please, 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 please.
Yeah, if you have an opportunity to get onto the Sonoma Strong coaching class, you gotta get in on that. A lot of my social posting has been from what I've learned from them. I've got so much more to implement and to do, and I look forward to be able to rolling things out. I want to most likely just turn my company into an LLC where I can then start putting more practices into it so that I can employ people because
Mhm.
right now I'm like I'm going I'm always full capacity, and I know that if I implement more stuff, I'm just going to get buried with calls. But in order to employ somebody out here, I want to make sure I have a good
Mhm.
foundation so that way I have the insurances, the LLC, the CPA, the attorneys, so that way they can guide me and let me know what I need to do to have a good place for an employee to help me tackle on the next wave of of the stage that I want to get to.
So basically, you have goals where you have already put those in your head. This is where I want to be. I want to have employees, and I want to have these systems where I can have employees, and they can do it just like me.
Exactly, because I
Mm-hmm.
have like my time belongs to my family, and the extra goes to the company. And then there's days that I will not work. I will not work Sundays, Saturdays, and maybe some other time during the weekdays. And I don't work in the like in the evenings either. So having an employee that can do the time that I can't do, that'd be perfect.
Mm-hmm. So, what type of let the people know what type of equipment that you use, because I know what you
Okay,
use, and
okay, guys.
I love it, but I let them know what you use.
Okay, guys. I still have a pickup truck, a beautiful yellow GMC Sierra 2500, heavy duty 4x4. I fell in love with it when I found it on a website called Gov Deals. I got it for 5 grand. It came with the lift gate on the back, nice and rusty, still work, very powerful and strong. What it does for me is that I can do virtually any job alone. The toughest things that that you got to do is to put things in the truck or into your trailer. And if it's a heavy refrigerator, a heavy stove, like anything that you can think of is super heavy and you need someone else, like a metal tub, you need extra people
Yeah,
and you need to bring them all the time.
I've picked
So
up a motor before. I picked up engine motors, and
my
I had
my first job when I got this when I got the truck, it had a it was a big garage and it had a motor in it still in the stand, freestanding. It took me a lot of figuring out how to get that on the truck by myself, how to use some straps, the winching part of it to like make sure it stays on the lift and just keep on going up and then just keep strapping it further into the truck. It was crazy. Things are very heavy, but I knocked it out by myself. Green as a dollar bill, I kicked ass just because I had the lift gate.
yeah, that's such a it's such a benefit when you guys have those lift gates on the back of your vehicles, because you don't have to lift things, and it just, this business that we're in is there's a lot of wear and tear on your body. And
Hmm. Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
think about this when we're doing the job, because time is money, and we want
yes,
to but we don't like we feel it the next day, like, man, that was a little.
yeah. So I've been running my show all this time with just that yellow truck colored cheddar.
Yeah, she makes
To
that
the dream.
cheddar. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Got the color to it too. So Everything I do is just with that truck. Haven't really used a trailer. Haven't gotten a bigger truck yet. I do look into being able to do that in the future, but one of the things that kind of slows me down is needing to have a space for my trucks to be in where they're safe. Cheddar, the first year, I think they people try to vandalize and steal it 10 or 12 times in 1 year.
That
Cost
Bay
me,
Area.
yeah, it cost me being able to have my insurance with one company. Had to switch it around, had to pay out of pocket. I was like, it's crazy. Like I kid you not, I can't even go home to eat lunch without having the glass broken outside. So I'm always putting locks on the brakes and the steering wheel. Always put locks on your brakes. The steering wheel, they always cut through the steering wheel through butter, and all the steering wheel locks just get thrown out like a toothpick. The lock on the brake, that one's hard to take off or cut off. You can't drive a broken brake and and think you're gonna get away with a truck. It's You're just gonna get into a wreck fast.
Yeah,
That's
you
been my saving grace.
I
That
think
and putting it away in safer locations.
I think when you work in those real metropolitan cities, and especially San Francisco, Oakland, and we all know, bipping and people breaking into cars for absolutely nothing, but you just never know. And then
Mhm.
vandalism, and then graffiti on vehicles, and there's a lot of obstacles
Yeah,
that you have to maneuver over, just you operating in the Bay Area. And a lot of people don't
exactly.
realize that. They don't realize that there's people stealing tires. There's
Yeah,
just so so
exactly.
what do you do now to prevent all that with your vehicle?
Okay, so I've been using the app called Neighbor to find best suitable places that can house my truck behind a gate that I can access 24/7 without having to do an appointment. So I found a place out in Alameda, great price. I've got like it's almost like $100 a month or so, where the going price now is like $300 just to park a car anywhere behind the gate. So I'm super lucky to have that one. Um, I've also gotten a storage that's like 10 by 30 where it can also go in there nicely. But I also put some stuff that can help me store metal, mattresses, refrigerators when I can't get them to the proper location. I house them there, and then get to the next location the next time I have a day for it. And just recently, uh, I was able to land a good. I was able to lease a property with good sized land behind um, um, like a garage gate or sort of things, and I can go anywhere, anytime, 24/7. My friend owns the location. He he was one of my clients, a contractor also that helped me with a couple of jobs. I told him what I'm doing, just like I'm telling you right now, and he said, "I have a space you should check out." So I did, and I said, "Yo, if we can do this, this would be amazing for me." I'm so excited. It's actually my first month, and there I can have like my banner on the front gate to catch a
Nice.
lot of the walking people and drivers that go through there, and it's in a really nice location in Oakland in the Laurel district, and I can even have yard sales there. I can and they sometimes every year they have a street fair that's coming up in the beginning of August. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna pass out
Yeah.
flyers and business cards, have junk there to sell, to draw people in and give them business cards. Hopefully, start landing some new clients, putting them on the calendar, showing them, hey,
Yeah.
I'm busy, but I want you to be my client, and I want you to know that your junk has a day on my calendar. Let's get it.
That's that's I love how you put that together just like that. And things happen for a reason, and you know what I mean? Everything takes time, as you see. And now look, you braved the storms, and now you got a good location, and hopefully, you put the signs in the right spots without it being graffitied all over.
Yeah,
And and it just blooms for you. And I so believe in you. I know what you're doing it on your own level, your own path, and your own pace. And what type of advertising are you using for social media? Do you pay for leads or not?
I don't pay for leads, so I don't know anything about that yet. But I'm gonna start getting the book that one of the face one of the people that we met out in the Junk Expo. I think it's
Hmm.
Xavier. He's got a good book on Google Ads, and he'll have another one coming out for Facebook. I know that Matt, I think, probably also put out a video on Facebook. Gonna absorb that in knowledge, so I know what to do when I implement it, and hopefully that's soon. But the stuff that I'm doing is I'm just posting things on Facebook, on my personal page. Every job I have, I put it there, and then I'll put some stuff on the business page on Facebook. I do my best to get a lot of people that have businesses and are realtors in my area to become my friend, and then I migrate them over to the business. Um, I get a lot of I get a lot of love from the area. A lot of people are calling me and they say, "Hey, I found you on Facebook. Hey, I found you on Google. Great reviews." And they're excited to meet me, talk to me as if I'm like a celebrity or something. Just kidding, but it kind of has that kind of vibe or something
Yeah.
to it sometimes.
No, you totally are a celebrity. You are servicing your community. You are a beneficiary, you know what I mean, to your community, because people look towards meeting you, and people look when they call you, they are depending on you to help them resolve their problem. So
Yeah.
you are you know, that superstar of the community, and it's a blessing because it's really in your county.
Hmm.
And you know, is it more beneficial for you to advertise in these groups, or just in your personal name, or do you just kind of stay away from a lot of the junk removal buddies and just target, like, you know, just businesses or
I target a lot of the when I post things on my business. I try to target a lot of the yard sale groups, the real estate groups, or entrepreneur groups. I try to send it that way. And when I post anything on my personal, then anyone that's either in the region or is in my friends list, and they get that.
yeah, yeah. So are you feeding your GMB? Are you updating your GMB on a daily basis? And how
Yes,
many Google reviews do you have?
I have. So yes and yes. On Google reviews, I have 130 5-star reviews. Very blessed. Got two of them just last week. Everyone's really happy that I pretty much deliver and go above what their expectations are. Just take this away, and I come out with the broom and I dustpan everything else. It was like, whoa, didn't expect that one. I was like, well, you should.
Yeah, yeah.
Then with I do post almost every job I have on Google My Business. I do my best to like post it right after the job. I'll do my best to take pictures like those thumbnail pictures where I'm in front of the junk behind me, like a selfie. I'll post that so that way Google knows geographically I was there in Berkeley and I did that job, that furniture pickup, that garage clean out. So then Google's are like, oh, I'm gonna let other people know on their phones when they need it in the area. So I do that all the time. I'm always doing that. And of course, I do my
Nice.
best to pass out business cards around the block after the job is done. I'm always asking for a review from mostly everyone. I do my best to have a great experience. But of course, you always got to read the room. Sometimes it happens that you can't always please everyone. So you're like, I'll keep it quiet. I won't ask for a review. I don't. Sometimes
Yeah.
I gotta
We're
read the
on,
room sometimes.
yeah, we're only human, and we do make mistakes, and you know, but it's how we learn from them.
Yeah,
And you know, sometimes those mistakes can actually help you so much
exactly.
on
You
on
learn.
how to work smarter, not harder, and
Yeah.
just like, you know, it's just a blessing. And you know, so do you do any advertising on Nextdoor? Is Nextdoor good for you in that area down there, or
It is good for me. I'm not as active as I am on Facebook and Google, my business, GMB. Maybe because it's a little, you have to do extra steps on Nextdoor that I still should be doing. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of clients from Nextdoor, a lot of long time clients from there. So I
so
gotta continue up on there.
so so how many, if you don't mind me asking, how many jobs is a typical during the peak season? During the peak
Hmm.
season is
Yeah.
a typical week for you.
Okay. So last month of June was one of like my more busiest months this whole year. It was 3 to 4 jobs nonstop each day, Monday
Whoa.
through Friday, and the calls would just keep coming in, and I'd be picking and choosing the ones that I can fulfill fast and satisfy fast. The ones that I think I'd have a little harder time fitting in, I would then tell them these are my friends in the area that have junk removal companies, and I've worked with them, and they're just as awesome as I am. And I want you to give them a call and let them know that you found them because I vouch for them, and like that's awesome.
Nice. So you do work with other haulers in your area. You guys are all connected far as like,
Yes,
being
yes,
being cool and casual with
yeah,
each other.
yeah, absolutely. Um, Lamar with Barrier Wide. I've had him come out and help me out with tough jobs. The first time he came out, it was at a job where I had to remove a boat made of aluminum. It was like it's not suitable for swimming or for boating. It was just like an architectural piece sculpture. It was just about 300 pounds of straight aluminum boat, and we muscled that boat onto my truck and strapped it down, and he's like, "Don't pay me." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pay you." I gave him all the money I got, and then the lady gave me an extra 100. I was like, Okay, it worked out."
Where
So,
is that Bay Area wide or is it Bay
Barrier
Area
wide,
Bay
Bay
Area
Area wide. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Bay
junk
Area
removal.
I think
Yeah, I
I
think you've
seen it
seen it.
at San
Yeah,
Francisco.
yeah, either San
Yeah,
Francisco,
yeah, I
Alameda.
think
Yeah,
I think I seen him with his maybe it's a black truck. I
yeah,
think, yeah, I think I've seen him in I've watched a few of his
with
videos. I gotta
the
reach out. I gotta reach out to that guy and say, hey man,
his
let's get you
logo's
on his.
kind of like the Golden Gate. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. In the back, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I've seen
He's
him. I need
amazing.
to, I need to reach out to him and say, hey man, Francisco referred me to you, and
Yeah.
who else in your area? Just give us one more.
Okay, Ernesto with Ready Set Go. He's
Ready,
also
set,
helped
go.
me out a few times. Most recently, I rented one of his 20-yard dumpsters out in Alameda to throw away a lot of construction debris from a restaurant remodeling that's going on with one of my clients. It was quick. Like he had that thing there for me like the next morning when I needed it, and it was gone that same night when I needed it gone, so that people don't add more stuff to it.
Big shout out to Ready, Set, Go. Is
Yes,
it Ready, Set, Go hauling?
I think Ready Set Go junk removal. I believe
Ernesto, we're trying to get. I've talking to
Ernesto
Ernesto.
Santiago. Yeah,
Santiago.
amazing guy.
I've talking to Ernesto. We're trying to make it happen. We keep on missing each other, but we have gone back and forth on messages. And
Oh,
I'm trying to get that guy on the show also because I love all of my Bay Area haulers who are just putting a dent in Northern Califas right here and
yeah,
just being independent and just. But I love to hear that because you guys are all working with each other, and
yeah,
sometimes you need that bigger brother or little brother in junk removal where it's like, man, thank you so much, bro. You really saved my day. And it's just like,
yes,
so much more can get done when you network with your haulers in your area. And
yeah,
I'm not saying take the person out to dinner or
uh-huh,
go on vacation with them, but far as
uh-huh,
keeping it business and
yeah.
professional.
Yeah.
Oh man, it just, we all live and learn, but you know what I mean? That's just a blessing right there. And how does your family take you doing junk removal?
Oh, they love it. My wife loves it. It's so much. ease of mind, being able to have jobs coming in every week, and like you get paid the same day you get the job done. It was stressful when when I was just doing real estate. It's like you don't get paid until like 3 months. Like after working with one client, 3 to 4 months, maybe even a whole year. When I started in 2009 with the short sales, the bank owned properties, you'd have a client and you don't get it paid until like a whole year later, until like everything squared out. And it's like it was crazy. You just never knew. There were so many like um trap doors where deals would just break apart. It was like you do everything right, your part. Your client does everything right, their part. Boom, it blows up somewhere else, either because of the house, the seller, the agent on the other side, the insurance. It was crazy. It was like,
You just you
wow. It's
just
like
you just never know. Someone can back out of the sale just like that. Until you close,
exactly.
until you close, it's
Yeah.
not done yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like what we do in junk removal. It's not my job until it's in my trailer or my truck. Then it's
Exactly.
my jobs because things can change.
Exactly.
You can drive to
Yeah.
a house and they could be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Can we just cancel?
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly. It's like that.
I'm sure you've been there. I've been there. We all been through it, and that's just part of this business. And it's
But
just
thanks to that business, I've learned a lot of customer service, big time. What to do with all those fires that are breaking up, coming up left and right, up and down. It's like, I got this. I know how to figure out problems with the lenders, problems with the sellers, problems with the buyers, problems with the house. It's like I learned a lot of great stuff. It's
so.
actually one of the reasons why I learned about junk removal, but I should have wised up sooner. Imagine if I just started 4 years ago in 2021, 2020. But if I was smart enough to do this in 2009, when I got in the real estate game, my job then was to find landscapers, roofers, home improvement people, contractors. The word junk removal wasn't there in the industry yet. Hauling or something like that, trash outs. So my job was to get a list of who they are, their insurance copy, and if they're fast and affordable, and I would send 3 or 4 of each service sector to a house that needed a lot of things. But I was like, man, this junk removal is so expensive. It's like crazy what the banks have to pay or the sellers have to pay to just get their junk out. Come on, I should have just like, oh man, forget this. I'm gonna go do that too.
Yes, I tell myself the same thing, man. If I would have did this 5 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I probably would be this powerhouse. But I'm just glad that I did it when I did do it, because now that
Yeah,
I look back on it, I'm just grateful that I did get the thunderbolt in the head deek, to start
yeah,
this. And it's
yeah,
just, who knows, you probably will go back to real estate, and I hope your business blooms where you can be an investor, a flipper, or
yeah,
you know what I mean, and it will come back because you still have that
yeah,
knowledge in the back of your head to be that.
yes.
You know.
Yeah, the money in real estate is really in the ownership. You gotta buy it. You gotta know how to buy it and where and why to buy it. And I know
Hmm.
that. I know how to find all that stuff. But main
Yeah.
thing is like I gotta have the stack of paper or the ability to get the power to buy. And
Yeah.
I'm building my stack thanks to junk removal. And I just gotta plug it in.
That's just so much of a blessing. I'm also doing the same thing, starting another LLC, and you know what I mean. We're going to be going into investing, and you'd be surprised how a lot of the people out there do it, and they don't even spend a dollar of their own money.
Yeah,
But you have to be around the right people who
yeah,
teach you this and
yeah,
help you do this. And because
yeah,
lenders can get you so many different loans, but
yeah.
sometimes they don't want
There's a
to.
max.
They rather get you this loan that helps them better. But
Exactly. There's a max.
there's lenders.
Lending wise. like they say, like you can't have more than 20 properties on with the loan or something like that, or and maybe that number has changed to less with regulations. But if you figure out how to do it without the lenders, with the creative real estate side of things, and you implement it, oh man, you're killing this game because we run into a lot of situations where owners of properties, they're they're facing a lot of stress financially, not just because of the property, but other things that they have in life, a life, like a loss of a job, a loss of a family member, and maybe having that property that they have to get all this junk on. Maybe having that property is like the last thing they really want to have. If we had the ability to just buy it for what they want to sell it for, or a little less to make up for all the repairs and all the junk that has to get gone. We're pretty much sometimes on the first seat to purchase it.
Yeah,
That's and we see those happening. It goes right through our eyes sometimes. We don't register it.
yeah. I was in a house like that today. A realtor
Oh,
reached out to me. A realtor reached out to me in San Francisco and said, "Hey, I got a client over here. I need you to help me." You know what I mean?
mhm.
This person has been in this house 40 years,
Yeah,
but they got so much shit. Like, oh my God, they got so much
it's
stuff.
perfect.
I need you to go over there and
Yeah,
see what we can get rid of and see what we can donate and see what. And then in my head, I'm
yeah.
like, wait a minute, wait a minute,
Let
wait
me
a
buy
minute.
it.
I can middleman this and say, hey, I think I have an easier way to get rid of all this stuff. We could do an estate sale
Uh huh.
and we can
Yeah,
help you get rid of everything and
yeah,
make you money that will pay
yeah,
for my services
yeah.
that help you out. So you'd be
Yes,
surprised the
yeah,
masterminds that you can come up with when you're
yes,
doing this.
yes.
And
Absolutely. It's
so
pretty cool.
that's
That's a great
just it.
idea. It's a
Yeah.
great.
So I thought about that today because I went into this house and I said, "Oh man," I said, "a lot of the stuff is still good here,
Yeah,
but how could I get my money? How could I get money worth out of this?" And I
yeah,
said, "Man, I watched that show, Filthy Riches and stuff." And I said, "He's doing estate sales. He's selling everything to
yeah.
help the client, but he's also taking half of the money." So I
Okay.
said, "Wait a minute, I can help this client. We can do this, we can do that." But then I'm like, man, if you're in the opportunity, you could tell somebody, "I'll buy this house as is,
Yeah,
and you don't have to worry about nothing."
yeah. Exactly. Like I, and so you can just say, look, let's close it in 2 weeks. I've got the cash, or you've got the pre-approval letter always in your back pocket. You kind of try to have an idea what houses are worth in the area, and you're golden, man. And of course you got to know some creative real estate as well. You
Yeah.
can go get that house, and creative real estate is where you get the property in contract for you and an assignee. The assignee means that you can sell that contract to somebody else that can actually buy it with the loan or all cash, and they just send you down 10 grand.
See,
Done.
you
And
already have.
and you can tell them, you buy it, I get the 10K, but I also want the junk. I want you to pay me to get the junk out.
Yeah,
So you get
and
two birds, maybe even three if you get the house as well.
maybe five if you find a jackpot full of. You'd be surprised. We go when we do these big house cleanouts. I
All the
found
time.
I find things and the client's like, I don't care, I don't want it,
Hmm.
I don't want to be attached to it. It's too many memories. You can have it, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just found a coin collection, and I'm talking about coins from AD,
Wow,
BC, Roman coins from BC, like little black little. Whoa, and
that's cool, man.
but
That's great. That's a
so
treasure chest right there.
Ernesto, does being bilingual really help you out in the inner Bay Area, in the Bay Area, or just in junk removal? Do you find yourself dealing with a lot of clients who don't speak good English?
Mm, I found out that I haven't been tapping into the Hispanic community actually. Um, most of my strategies have been just Facebook, Google, and I've been posting everything in English. but I should start posting things in Spanish too. I've been
That's
missing on that boat. That can probably like bring me another windfall of money and jobs my way fast because the community is strong here in the Bay Area with Hispanic
mhm.
population, being that California used to be Mexico and Spain as well before in the past. So it's our community of Hispanics here is strong.
Yeah.
So I'm missing out. Tengo
That's why.
que poner las cosas en español para también darle servicio a la gente que habla mi lengua. So
Háblame.
in essence, claro que sí, of course.
So you see, that's why I touch base with that because I see it in you. I see what you can do with that, as in tapping into those to those Hispanic groups,
Mm-hmm.
to the where there's only Spanish writing and everything, and you can tap into that, and you have, because the location, the area where you're out, you're in Oakland. Oakland is a big melting pot.
Yeah.
Oh, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. You go in
Mm-hmm.
these areas. I'm part of the era where you go roll around these parts of the area, MacArthur and all that. It's a whole different world.
Let's see.
And you
Yes,
and
it
there's
is.
just and as you see, when you go to the landfills out there, every time I go to a landfill out there, there's 60 haulers in front of me at the landfill. Like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa. And how do you feel about that when you see all the haulers, and you're putting a dent in it, but then you also see the guys who are probably not registered, but they're
yeah,
still putting a dent in it.
yeah. They are. I mean, it's like a lot of those trucks. I see some are junk removal, some are landscaping, some are contractors, some are roofers. But yeah, great majority are definitely haulers, and like that's pretty cool that they're always staying busy, just like me. I'm not really sure how they're marketing. It might just be a lot of guerrilla where they just park their vehicle where there's high traffic for construction debris removal or stuff like that around lumber sites or Home Depots and whatnots. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Um, I thought about doing that, but I'm pretty blessed that my phone just keeps calling me. When my clients keep finding me, it's like, okay, I gotta continue doing it where people find me, where the website that I built myself as as like elementary as it is, it's holding it down. And what I'm doing with Facebook and Google My Business and Nextdoor, it's holding it down. But I gotta do more,
So
and in
so
Spanish too.
well, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
W- What host website did you use?
I used Squarespace. I was doing YouTube video, learning how to do websites, and a lot of stuff was coming out where a couple YouTubers that know about websites, they would compare hosts. It was like what to expect from each one, what's good, what's bad, what's easy, what's not. And I went with Squarespace because I think something about owning your domain and not having to like mess too much with that. I don't know why that caught my attention. I just went with it. Um, I know that a lot of people like to use WordPress. I learned that after the fact.
Yeah,
um, but it's it's just do what I can. I did the
so
best that I can with
so
what I had.
on your website, do you have si habla section, in
Oh no,
case?
I haven't put it out there. I shouldn't even
in
put it out there like on my about because some people look at it and they're like, "Hey, I see you with that Peru picture. That's awesome. I see cheddar."
Peru, Peru.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Hmm.
and they're like, "I should put in there like I'm fluent in Spanish. I love to talk to you in Spanish. If you're fluent, that's great. If you're practicing, even better."
Oh
Yeah,
man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna tell you right now. There's a lot of Peruvians in the Bay Area. I'm gonna try to
that's
tell you
awesome.
guys that
Yeah, they are.
Peru. There is a lot of
Yeah,
you guys have beautiful food, but there is a lot. I know a guy who I used to work with, Luis, and
Yeah,
he loves his country. But
they do.
Peruvians are very nice,
They
and
are.
just don't
They
mess with
are.
them.
Yeah, don't mess with anyone from anywhere. For sure. My heritage is actually from Mexico. We went to Peru.
Mhm.
I've been to Peru twice or three times already. It's very fun to go there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
definitely.
I think that you should tap into on your Facebook too a little section on it. Si habla. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You'd be
Okay.
surprised. You'd be surprised, and even put it on your website because I get a lot of people who reach
Yeah.
out to me,
Nice.
and say, "Hey,
Nice.
habla," and I'm like, "Whoa, hang on." And my Spanish isn't too good, so I got to get the translator app, and I send them a text message all in
Yeah.
Spanish, everything because of the
All
translator
right.
app. And
Nice.
but that market is out there for you.
It is true. It is true.
You know that market is
Absolutely.
out there. And do you do any updates to your website, or do you don't touch it?
I haven't touched it in the longest time. I need to get back into it. I need to start the writing more content on each city that I have a page for.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely get up in there and do more
Yeah,
things to it.
it doesn't hurt to update the SEO and put some more keywords in there and add some more
Yeah,
pages. And
yeah,
people don't realize that you can do this yourself on and go to YouTube University because YouTube University is SEO. It's the number one SEO is YouTube to
yes,
find
it is.
people go to YouTube and to find out how do I.
Mm-hmm.
People go to Facebook
Yeah,
to scroll.
yes,
People
just
go to
grow.
Instagram to
Yeah,
scroll.
yeah,
People go to Google because I'm gonna make that call. I need that service. People
yeah,
go to Yelp because I need that service.
yeah.
Those are situations I'm trying to put a little game. I'm hinting a little thing your way that
Thanks.
some things work for something. There's digital marketing, there's organic marketing, and I
Mm-hmm.
see you do so much organic marketing, but there's so much more because I see how you fit in a video and your photos. That is organic marketing right there, and
Cool.
you're doing it so good, so
Thanks.
good. And but I think a lot of people uh they miscombobulated it a little bit that
Yeah.
Facebook to me is scrollers.
Mm-hmm.
Scrollers
Go.
that if you run a Facebook ad, you might just get some people just saying, "Yeah, I'm thinking about junk removal. I'm thinking
Okay.
about it. I'm
Uh-huh.
thinking about it." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then the more they see you, like how you do it organically, and you post and you post and you tag and you tag and you post,
I
they
do.
see you all they see you all the time, but a lot of times it's probably from Google
Mm-hmm.
or from Yelp. And
Mm-hmm.
because these are the places where people go
Yeah.
for action. And
Actions.
I think that the game is miscombobulated right now because people are watching so much YouTube and everybody's a pro. I
Yeah.
can do this for you. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. But I think what you're doing, you're learning everything yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you do it. That's how you're in it for the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a cash cow business. This is the business where it's like, man, my bank account's looking right. I'm paying off my debt. I'm doing this. I'm saving money. You might be sending money back home to the family. Everything is going good. Why am I going to fix? I'm not fixing anything. Everything is going just good with me. And it's
Yeah.
just less is best. How do you feel about that?
I think it's wonderful to learn yourself how to do things through that YouTube Academy. Like, if I need to go work on my website, I just think of an idea and I go work on it and I fill in the holes by researching, like, okay, what to do with H1 title tags, what to do with putting better pictures that actually Google can actually understand what the picture is about. So that way it makes the SEO stronger for you on that page. It's amazing. I get calls from a lot of advertising companies like, hey, I want to help you with the website. It's like, nah, I'm the only one that touches that thing. It
Yeah,
might
that's
be
my.
It might be like elementary or like kindergarten did it or whatever, but I did it. Like I have the
Yeah,
power to make it better or shut it down. I don't
yeah,
have to worry about shelling out 2K per month or whatever it is just so that they can look at it for me. It's like
yeah,
I like that I was able to put up the website myself and that I can improve it if I want to when I have time. And I like that I was able to make the Google My Business profile on my own and improve it or unimprove it, whatever I want with it. Because if I want to change my company to another name, I already have a lot of the gears in my head like this gotta go this way, that gotta go this way, this gotta go this way, something like that. And it's like I'll just Rubik cube it, let's do it.
yeah,
Without having
and
to pay someone else to tell me, well, you gotta consider this. It's like
yeah, and I think that a lot of people don't know what you know because you're in your area. You know what sells in your area. You know what marketing works right in your area, not
True.
somebody who's 40 states away.
Yeah,
Who and I think that YouTube shows all of us how to do this because I created my own website and it didn't
yeah,
have the best SEO, but as I started to learn more
hmm,
and talk to more people out there
yeah,
and listen and be willing to listen,
right.
I started to say, "Hey, wow, wow, wow." I kind of learned that you don't really have to have the best website,
No,
but you better have the best GMB.
yeah,
You better be getting those reviews and
yeah,
just updating because
yeah,
that's what it's about. That's what AI, that's what Google, that's what
yeah,
Chat GBT. Chat
yeah,
GBT is one big thing that that Chat GBT is going off everything that people have posted into Google
right.
and it puts it and it's already the library. It's a
Yeah,
library and it just spits
yeah,
it to you because it has
yeah,
everything that people have been posting. If
hmm,
people are all that's why you see a lot of posts these days. They kind
yeah,
of look the same now with the green checks, this, that, because they're all using Chat GBT. And
yeah,
I know you guys are gonna get mad at me, but it's okay. The yee yee just only tells the truth. And it's okay if you want to do that. Who cares? Do what you want to do. You don't have to look.
yeah,
Nobody could tell you that you look like a robot. You look like that because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is your family and what's in your house and who's in your house and who you put yourself around. That's it. Like, what I mean? My brother right here has two children. He has almost a 1 year old right there.
yeah,
And it's a blessing to provide for those kids and and show them and show your family that I am a leader and I can provide for my family and I can put food on the table. And that's
that's
just,
exactly
bro,
right.
just those little things for me, bro. And that's why I do this. And I just, I've been doing so much content now and being part of so many other situations where I'm kind of getting distracted from where I was, as in bringing this real content for you. Like people will reach out to me, Mr. Yee, I love your videos. I love what you do and just how real you are. And when I went to the Junk Expo, I met you. I met so many other people, and you probably heard it, yee 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 yee, and it was
Yes,
just
absolutely. So much joy, like having you there. It's like it was so much fun having
yeah, man.
a lot of cool people there, like you, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people that I had on the first Matt and JoJo coaching class were there. That was fun to see them in
Yeah,
person.
yeah. But the Junk Expo does not exist unless it's people like you, people like me who go to these things.
Yeah,
And that's why I may have been Mr. Yee Yee, but you are also Francisco who came there representing, you know what I mean,
hmm,
your situation. And that's what makes the Junk Expo is the people who come to the event. And they don't have to be world famous, but they came to the event to
yeah,
support each other.
exactly. To people that are watching us and you still don't have your ticket to go to the Junk Expo 2.0, you need to put some money aside, get yourself a ticket, go there. You'll love the location. You'll love Matt and JoJo, and Mr. Yee Yee's gonna be there. So will I. Come meet us in person, please. Can't wait to meet more people.
You guys heard it, Francisco, right there. You know, he's putting a dent right here in Northern California, the inner Bay Area. I'm like
Yeah,
I'm like the East Bay,
North.
Eastern Northeast Bay Area. I think they say Northeast Bay Area. I'm like I'm like after us, there's no more Bay Area. But you know what I mean? Where he's
Yeah.
at,
Hmm.
he's in it with so many other people, and for him to make a dollar bill and keep on going in 4 years of business, and now he's reaping the fruits and the harvest of it. Like he's
Yeah.
seeing, like, I got my space now. I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about that no more. And like he said, he's picking and choosing jobs.
Yeah.
I still can't do that. I still
You
can't do
can.
that. I
You
don't get to say I don't want that job. No, 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 no. I gotta, you know what I mean? And it's just that's why I love your story. You know what I
Thank you.
mean? And you know,
Uh,
go ahead, my brother.
I noticed that I did put a dent. Matt told us to keep looking into what they call it, a Google Heat map. Some apps out there or some websites out there. If you pay $20 or something, they'll they'll show you your geographical area with little grid bubbles with numbers and colors, and they'll tell you where your company website ranks based on Google Google Maps or so.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I did that, it was all red
All red, yeah,
orange everywhere I was, except for like where I have my address at.
yeah.
I was like, okay, and I start implementing the things that I learned to do organic marketing, and then that green area started growing and growing. Last time I checked it, I I was number one all over, all
See,
over Oakland, South Berkeley, all into San Leandro. I was like, man,
yeah, yeah. And those are some big jobs, and those are
that's crazy. And
it's
I
a
was
big
looking, I was
city.
like, I was above Got Junk, above, Junk King, above like all these like heavyweights, all these gorillas. I'm like, damn, I'm in front of them.
And
How?
and and, and you just have a truck
Yeah,
with
no logo,
no
no phone
logo,
number. It's
no
like you can
phone.
see me go by, either you know me or don't know me. It's like a secret agent. I can't keep
Yeah,
it that way. I gotta get my logo up on there. I gotta get my name and my phone number out there. 100%. I gotta do that. Again,
it's
something that I need to implement, but I need to do. And
sometimes it's hard
imagine,
when that phone is ringing.
yeah. But
What
we
were you
gotta
saying?
get that truck in there. Oh, definitely. Just gotta fix a couple of things where I can be able to be feel comfortable just having like this is who I am.
Yeah, well,
Follow me, find me.
that it, if it's not broken, don't fix it. If the phone is ringing and you're not worried about that truck like that, you know what I mean? Hey, my phone is ringing. I'm getting it. I'm good. I'm happy. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just worry about what you're doing because my phone is ringing.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm happy that the phone is ringing. I did hear someone recently, I forget what video it was like, just because it ain't broken doesn't mean you can't go in there and figure something else out. Because you might even figure out why is being badass. Might even figure out what you could probably do to get to the next level.
I think once you start tuning everything in and having track of all your numbers and
Hmm.
system and see,
Yeah.
my phone rings on this day. I got this job from here. Once you start having really control of all that and tracking of all that, which you can do absolutely free with Google Docs or
Hmm.
or Excel sheet, it's absolutely free. And you can even
Hmm.
do notes on your phone, which is
Yeah.
absolutely free. And
Yeah.
just once you start tuning in to all of those things, now you start to see where the real money is at and how much you're saving, how much you're spending on dump fees, how much you're spending on gas a week, how much once you start paying attention to all of those things. And
Hmm.
you learn those things. And a lot of us maybe don't want to be this multi-million dollar business because more business, more more problems. And
Yeah,
that's just the thing is, of course, a good business owner comes up with solutions, but
exactly.
sometimes, being a small business, because we are the small businesses, we are that small business. A lot of people don't like to hear that or accept that label, but
Hmm.
you really are the small business compared to those franchise
Yeah,
who can pay for so many leads, so many ads on multiple forms, Google, Facebook, Instagram. They can afford to pay for all this because they have systems. They're
they
for
do.
franchise. So
Yeah,
that's where if you have the right prices and you know how to adjust your prices to your area and to adjust those prices to your closing deals all the time,
exactly. So
so
it's really cool to see a lot of companies on YouTube with some other YouTube channels that don't even necessarily have to be on junk removal, like the landscaper Mike Andes. He
yeah, Mac
highlights a lot
Andes.
of different companies, and
Yeah.
they're bringing in tons of money, but they're like on the red lines most of the times, like having trouble keeping up with payroll. It's really eye opening to see. It's like, man, I gotta nail down a lot of things before I go up there and just might get knocked out.
Yeah, you don't want to get tidal wave just because there's a lot of people who want that look. They want that, I'm this big dog. I'm this now. I'm this now. But it's like, really, are you happy? Are you having the benefits from it? Are you really reaping the benefits from it? Or you just like, I got that look. But a lot of times your employees make more than you because you're the one who's stuck paying all the bills, everything. You don't tell your employees that, but at the end of the day, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself.
Oh, exactly.
S- So that's just the thing is that, I don't mind being the small business. And, I have a goal too. And, I have a goal of next year getting a dump truck. But that doesn't mean I got to go out and buy the best looking one or the brand new one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'd rather go get one cash. And if I got to go to 40 different states to go get it and then pay for it to be transported here, I'm going to do that because
please.
I want my own look. I don't
Yeah.
want I don't want, what I mean, someone else's look. I want, out here in the Bay, we stay in our own lane. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? It's very hard for us to ask for help. That's just, you know what I mean? But this junk removal business, there's brothers and sisters out there who are here to help. But you got to
Yeah.
put your pride to the side and just
Yeah.
we all learn that. We
Yes.
all learn that, you know.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see
Yeah.
you um with that truck that you're targeting one day. Definitely. I'm starting to write down notes on like getting a truck. Been thinking about the hook lift game. It's gonna
Yeah.
start writing a notebook down on everything that I need to know about it. The cans, the type of outfit on a truck, and
Yeah.
it's really cool to see a lot of information out there about it.
Yeah, there's
So
so much more content coming out with hook lifts, not the D-Max, but the hook lifts, and there's so many people putting content, and then also the manufacturers are seeing it, so they're they're trying to get in on the market too because they're seeing
yeah,
everybody is seeing how hot junk removal is, so they're like, let's push these hook lifts out there, but make them more affordable for people. You know what I mean, with different size cans, and then you don't have to have the big hook lifts. You can have an Isuzu hook lift, or you
yeah,
can have a F450 hook lift,
that's cool.
and you can
Yeah,
get these things made because in your area there's a spot right there in by the flea market in Oakland, by the flea market, where this guy builds dump boxes, hook lifts. He does everything to your truck. You bring your truck to him. He puts it on his computer and he sees what scissors lift can go in there and fit in there, and then what
wow.
box you can use. You can use a 10-foot box, a 9-foot
Hmm.
box, a 12-foot box. They put it together for you, but you got to know where to go. And I'm
Yeah,
I'm happy to help you with that if you ever
thanks.
needed that, or if
Thank you.
anybody needed that. And you can put your own a vehicle together and save a
Yeah,
lot of money. You'd be
yeah,
surprised.
yep,
You
yep, yep.
know. Well, Francisco, where can the people find you on social media? Let them know.
Okay. To find me on social media, I post mostly on Facebook, right? My name Francisco Arroyo. You can look for my company Reset Advantage Hauling. You find just tag me to become my friend, and I'll definitely do my best to respond to that. The people I respond faster to are people that have junk removal companies or business owner, especially in the Bay Area. Yeah, reach out to me either on the Messenger app if you can. um, I have been making a lot of videos on my phone of jobs with the idea of taking some time to sit down and put it onto my YouTube channel. Only got one video on there. Still figuring out how to get a lot more stuff out there, and we'll be doing that. You can find me there in
How
the
can
future.
what's the name of the YouTube channel? Give him the name of the YouTube channel.
The channel is the same as my company's name, Reset Advantage Hauling.
So you guys heard it right there. Reset Advantage Hauling. This is our brother right here. All you Bay Area haulers, you better go subscribe to this guy's channel and support the situation because you might never know. You might need Francisco's help one day. And he's very knowledgeable with the real estate game. He's very nice and kind. I'm telling you, I don't think this guy has a mean bone in his body. You know what I mean? And let's support his channel from Facebook to YouTube, and let's help him with subscribes, and let's help him. Let's push him and motivate him. The more subscribers he gets, he'll be motivated to put more content out and say, "This is how I do junk removal in the Bay Area." I'm talking about Alameda
Absolutely.
County, San Francisco. But let me show you what we deal with, far as the parking police, far as vandalism, far as breaking
Yeah,
in. That is good content.
I bet
I'm
it
just
is.
I'm just I'm just giving you a little bit of a little bit of a tip right there.
Yeah,
Just that.
definitely. Thanks.
And that's not even junk removal. That's just dealing with the elements in your area.
Yeah, the weather out here.
It's beautiful weather. You could do junk removal all year in your weather, especially in that morning with the Berkeley Hills. Oh
Yeah.
man, but just what's that hill street called? Marina? What's that hill called where it's so steep in Berkeley all the way up top? But then that it's just like if you make a left down this hill and you got a truck and trailer, you're in trouble. You're in
Yeah, what's
trouble.
the name? Yeah,
It
Medina or
starts with
something like that.
yeah,
Merida
Medina,
or something like that. And
Merida.
at
I
the
think it's
bottom,
yeah,
it's got that
yeah,
little fountain
yeah.
with the circle turning around. Definitely. Oh man, that
It's
was rough. I've gone
great. It's
down that way with my truck full. It's like, I'm like always trying
yeah.
to I have a foot on the emergency brake, just ready to go.
Yeah. So one day, I have contractors who I work with all over the Bay Area, and I had to go pick up one of my trailer rentals all the way up on top, Berkeley
Hmm.
Mansion, all the way on top, and I
Yeah.
had to follow the bus route.
Wow.
I had to
Yes.
follow the
Yeah,
bus route
you
because I
got
wasn't, I
to
wasn't
get.
going down. Yeah, I wasn't going down that hill. I don't care.
Oh
I just
no.
Nah, so I followed the bus route and went sideways all the way down to
Yeah.
Berkeley's Hills and until I
Uh-huh.
hit Cutting. I think until it ran into Cutting in
Wow.
Richmond. Then that's when I went, okay, I can make a right here. And I was
Nice.
just
And
like,
then you got out. Oh man,
yeah,
yeah,
you
it's
know what I
tough up
mean?
there. Hmm.
But my brother, thank you so much for being on the show. And I wish you the best. And I know you're gonna keep on shining and you're gonna keep on getting money in junk removal. And you know what I mean? Sky's the limit. And with that said, everybody make sure you like and support the situation. No Limit Hauling and Junk Removal, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on TikTok, No Limit Hauling. We post a lot of content on there. And of course, the YouTube channel. And I'm going to be posting more videos showing you guys how I do my digital marketing, how I put my videos out, and what tools I'm using far as my apps. And this is absolutely free. Mr.
That's
Yee's
cool.
Mr. Yee's coming out with more content. And with that said, my brother, we're gonna end the show, but stay on because I want to talk to you for a little bit more seconds. But
Okay.
with that said, everybody, make sure you like and subscribe, and thank you so much. Yes, yes. Yee
Yeah,
yee.
definitely send in the likes, subscribe.